Yeah. Parked the days in and taking no days in. Yeah. Don't need a vacation, I need a replacement. Busting the lights out soon as we came in. Yeah. What are they talking about? What is pertaining? Yeah. Need me a therapist to ask if I'm aging. Is it me if you're gauging? All of my demons invading. I live paranoid hesitating. They biting the cadence. Go out their way, it's okay. Just like the doors in the basement. I got a gate with my face in it. Yeah. Icy cold, it is so icy cold. Yeah. Mixing the water with cheese is making the money get mold. Yeah. Trying to be like gang, you better go get it in vogue. Yeah. Put 84s on lanes, I rob out, you think it is spokes. We did it, we said it, we smoke. Yeah. We put it out, thought it was smoke. This 504. This is at home, right down the street from Alamo. Brand new, this new place I got to. New world, new sky, that's so blue, it's black too. New growth, all these space I outgrew. Blue bands, get my cash from drop through. Oh yeah, flash, kick the flash.
Yeah, y'all know exactly what time it is, man. It's episode 11 of the Burning Bridges podcast. I am the man himself, King JB. 10-year NFL veteran. And yes, before anybody even says anything, I am wearing my Carolina Panthers pullover. They gave us that work. They whooped our ass promptly. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's allowed to get their ass whooped in this NFL. I was never hoping that the Cardinals go undefeated. That was never my one hope for them. And then, of course, it's bittersweet always, you know what I'm saying, because both of them are my past employers. So, shout out to the Carolina Panthers first and foremost. We'll talk a little more about that in a second. If you're showing up for the first time, if it's the first time with us, we appreciate you. If you're coming back, we appreciate you even more. All right. But y'all know how we do this thing. This is my podcast. It's my opinion. We ain't got no guests tonight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to rock it how I rock it. Of course, shout out to Johnny U, all about the Birds gang. Shout out us on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Facebook, YouTube, all that, man. Go back and look at past episodes of Burning Bridges podcast or anything that All About the Birds and the AAT Sports Network has got to offer, all of our sister podcasts as well. Shout out to all the homies. Shout out to the city of Philadelphia. Shout out to the great city of LA. My boy, my brother, Benny Blue, what up? Hope you're listening. All my homies, Kev, you know what I'm saying? All the folks out there, Mississippi, stand up. And, of course, the desert, you know what I'm saying, where it goes down that out here. We do our Thug Thizzle the best. Now, we get right into it. No questions asked. Week 11 recap NCAA. All right. So we had a couple big time games. Michigan beat Penn State. Now, does that kind of get the monkey off Harbaugh's back a little bit? Because they did beat a team that should have been ranked. Okay. Penn State's been kind of falling off. I think their quarterback players kind of, it's kind of their Achilles heel at this point. Baylor knocks off Oklahoma, who honestly, I was kind of waiting on that to happen. I was waiting on somebody to knock them off. Baylor's playing good ball right now. Mississippi State takes down number 17, Auburn, and then Ole Miss, number 15, defeats Texas A&M, number 11. Some crazy things happening in college football. Washington's former head coach Jimmy Lake gets fired after the incident they had during the ASU game with him and a player. He put his hands on a player. I still don't think it's a malicious thing. I just don't think it was. But they decided to part ways, as they said. And that's fine because the man's still going to get his money. And I do believe he's going to get another opportunity to coach in the NCAA. I think the kids really liked him. I just think that it was just a bad look, right? Just a bad look. It is what it is. Some notable Week 12 games. Number 7, Michigan State versus number 4, Ohio State University. Upset alert. All right, Sparty is good for that, right? They'll do it to you every time. Number 2, Alabama versus Arkansas. I do believe Arkansas is number 17, something like that. But that's SEC football, right? Bama's, are they getting stronger? Right? I don't know, right? They're still trying to kind of find their identity in that young kid they got over there at quarterback who's doing good things, but still got some growing up to do. So they're kind of limited right now from what we've seen in past. Oregon, number 3, is playing number 24, Utah. What up, Adam? How we doing? This is a possible upset alert because Utah just plays hardball. I don't know how to say it, man. Again, we talk about the Mormon aspect of, these grown-ass men playing against boys. These men leave the football field at the games and go home to 3 kids and a wife and an apartment. You know what I'm saying? The rest of these kids going home to their dorms and so on and so forth, and got to get ready for class in the morning. But either way it goes, it's going to be some good football, all right? Saturday hadn't disappointed yet, and the NFL hadn't disappointed yet, all right? So talk about the NFL. Week 10 has passed. Yes, I spoke about it at the beginning of the show. I am wearing my, you see it, cat scratch fever. Got a hold to my Valley boys out here. I'm talking about whooped them good. Cam is back, as of course, you guys have probably seen all over the internet. He scored 2 touchdowns. First time he touched the ball, he got in the end zone, all right? So shout out to Matt Rule doing a great job of just accentuating his assets, all right? That's what a good coach is supposed to do. He puts his players in position to make plays. Cam gets within 3 yards of the end zone. It's damn near automatic, right? Then he comes back and he throws one. He had a good showing. You got to love it. You got to feel good for the guy who shouldn't have been out of the NFL in the first place as long as he was. But he's back and he's making an impact. My Cardinals still remain 8-2. And Carolina is now showing themselves to be a dangerous football team. 0-6 in the last meetings with the Carolina Panthers. My Cardinals up. Philly beats the Broncos. Beats the brakes off the Broncos. I predicted that, all right, if I'm not mistaken. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. Told you, Philly. I told you, don't sell the house. I told you. These kids going to be all right. All right. San Francisco, to my joyous, it was so great to watch. Destroys the LA Rams. I'm talking about made them look as mediocre as a football team as you could look. It was beautiful. It was fantastic to watch. Hey, we appreciate you, San Francisco, because we didn't already beat that ass twice. No big deal. The Bucs lose to the Washington football team. You got to love the NFL because anytime you line up, anything can happen. There are no guaranteed games in the NFL. I don't care who you playing, the worst team ever can whoop that ass, all right? And the Pats obliterated the Browns. Like, whew, mashed them out, all right? I've given up on the Browns, all right? I know Benny's going to hear this and be like, what? On my other show, the JB and Benny Blue Review, we've always been rooting for the Browns. We've always wanted success for them. We've tried to give Baker Mayfield a chance. Baker, you are not it. Steve Smith said it best, man. You are just kind of average, and people starting to see that, right? So question going forward, is Baker Mayfield going to be the long-term solution for the Browns? Who knows, right? Who knows? A couple randoms, right? Because I do love the sport of boxing. November 20th, Porter and Crawford coming up, right? It don't get no better than that, right? It don't get no better than that. Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, pound for pound, one of the best, if not the best boxer. I think him and Canelo can kind of, 1A and 1B it. All right, and Sean Porter's not no punk. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come in there with a game plan. He's going to try to execute. All right, and we're going to see how that thing going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? But I got my money on Bud. Also, we talk about boxing. What the fuck, all right? Deron Williams, former NBA point guard, right? And Frank Gore, former running back, you know what I'm saying, who I think is number 3 on the all-time rushing list at this point, are going to box December 18th, right? On Showtime or some shit like Showbox or some shit like that, right? What? We got more guys getting into boxing, right? Because Pac-Man Jones right now, of course, we saw Ocho Cinco, you know what I'm saying, he had a fight the other night. Adam Jones, Pac-Man Jones was on the I Am Athlete podcast the other day, and then so after that, you start to see dates start popping up about Ocho Cinco and Pac-Man. I'm kind of here for it, right? I'm one of them cats that, believe that professional athletes can do a lot of everything, right? I'm a firm believer in that. I love it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here for it. I will be watching it. Just as long as they don't go out like Nate Robinson, I'm all for it. No, not to make you the butt of my jokes, Nate, but you shouldn't have been in the ring. You ain't had no business being where you was at, bro. So, with that being said, we got a couple patented segments we do on the show, and one of them, one of our favorite, is going to be the Oh Shit Plays of the weekend. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, here we go. Number 5, we got DeAndre Swift leaping over the Steelers. All right, hands the ball off. Give me some. Eat. Get up out of here. Huh? Beautiful. We love to see when running backs jump over people, man. It's like one of the greatest things ever, right? Look at this. Look at that athleticism. Eat. Get up off the ground. Going for my legs, huh? I got you. Don't worry about it. That game ended up in a tie, by the way. Good people out there. 16 all. Typical Detroit Lions shit. All right, Zaire Franklin, block punt. EJ Speed with the scoop and score. Who we got here? Yeah, buddy. Jaguars, and that's what they do, all right? Indianapolis, sneaky good, man. They're sneaky good. Just a consistent football team. I'm still waiting on Ertz to screw it up, but that's just me, all right? I got no faith in them, and I know some of my guys over there and all about the birds kind of feel the same way. But special teams is always welcome, right? 3 phases of football. That's how you win. Good job. All right, Robert Hunt catches to his pass. The big man rumbling toward the end zone. Now, so I just posted something on Twitter the other day because, you know what I'm saying, this inspired me, all right? So Big Hunt, shout out to you, even though you weren't supposed to touch the ball. Hey, athlete gonna athlete, you know what I'm saying? He saw the ball. He said, you know what, that's all me right there. Then, boom, gets hit low, extends. Now, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. All right, I'm sorry. I know he ain't supposed to have the ball in his hand, but that's a touchdown. So shout out to the big man. Ball broke the plane. Big fella getting it done. Big fella, put your shoulder down and punish that ass, all right? Little dude's trying to hit your knee. Come on, man. Now you got to show that athleticism. You got to show the knee bend. You got to show how you can bend at the waist. Put that shoulder down and get in the end zone, man. All right, we got Darrell Williams with a leaping snag. Jonathan Abram, you got Moss. Let me get that. Let me get all that, all right? Let me get all that. You little. And then he told him you little. Look out. Give me this. Shove him to the ground. Then he get up and tell him you little. Look, you little. You this big. Hold on. You got to show the little part. You got. Come on, replay guy. You got to show the little. You little. Caught it. Shoved him down. Gets up. Tell him he's little. Number 1, Texas San Antonio wide receiver Zaire Franklin with the incredible one-handed snag. These one-handed catches, man. Okay, you would. Come on, Johnny. You really on my Southern Miss Eagles? But that was a hell of a catch, right? That was a hell of a catch. Southern Miss, stay strong down there, all right? Stay strong. I posted something on Twitter earlier, you know me, B-I-G, letter U-K-N-O-M-E, B-I-G, about my Southern Miss Golden Eagles because I want you guys to stay strong. And one thing I'm loving what I'm seeing, I'm loving the positivity, right, of these young men who are not having a great season right now. We have a new head coach, and I believe in Will Hall wholeheartedly. So I appreciate the optimism of these young players. I appreciate the stick-to-itiveness with this whole transfer portal world we live in. These young men are willing to stick it out. They're scholarship athletes. Some of them have the opportunity they can go play wherever because we do have talent down there right now. It just ain't sticking. We got to find the right solution. We got to find the right formula, but we're going to be just fine, all right? We're going to be just fine. Our next patented segment that we do, all right, it's called JB's Favorite Tweets of the Weekend. And it's amazing. All right, run it, Johnny. All right, now me and Johnny, you know what I'm saying, do a great job of just kind of rolling through these things and fishing through Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. So odds are if you holler at me on Twitter, I'm going to holler back at you because I'm always on Twitter, right? I love the Twitter sphere. It's one of the greatest places on earth. So this first tweet is going to be from Trill J. All right, when you fake laugh twice already and they still talking, yeah. And then we've all been there, right? We've all been there where people be like, you know what I'm saying, you give them a couple fake laughs, a couple that's crazies, a couple for real. Nah, come on now. And motherfuckers just still going with it like, you got to catch the hint, man. You got to catch the hint. Here we go, next tweet. All right, this is from Rodney Griffith Jr., in other words known as Air_Rod. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. So this young man scooted up a little bit, Johnny, so I can tell you his real name. Now I got to go the other way. I want to see because they say his name. All right, so Moesha's bro. They only say his name. They only get a man the dignity of his name being said. They just Moesha's bro.
He's just Moesha's bro.
I guess so. I mean, damn, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even talk about the man's name. But Arizona strikes again, all right? One thing, people out there, you cannot do is drink and drive in the great state of Arizona. You can carry a gun in church, right? You can do a lot of different things, but you can't, there ain't no drinking and driving going on out here, right? They'll bust your ass. I'm talking about a million ways from Sunday. So he got busted for DUI and drugs, all right? Now, I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. This young man was on Martin the show, Martin Lawrence's show back in the day, and that was the episode where Martin thought he had a son because the kid lied because he found out him and Martin and his mom used to date. So he came up with a good lie, and he made Martin believe that he was his dad for a little while. And then at the end, you know what I'm saying, when the mom put him out there, that was the famous line in the show. Sorry, I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. Yeah, so that's where they get it from. Don't come to Arizona with that bullshit, or they will get in that ass. Here we go. Yeah, this is from Andrew Hawkins. Now, this is one of the clips, you know what I'm saying, from this game this past weekend, which I was at, my Arizona Cardinals versus my Carolina Panthers, right? So Cam Newton got in the end zone, snatches his helmet off, and he yells, "I'm back." But the tweet, all right, me coming back into the party after throwing up bourbon in the bathroom for 20 minutes at Hawk, Mr. Andrew Hawkins, great job. Now, we're going to see this a lot, right? Johnny, we're going to see this a lot. It's going to happen a lot, right? Because it's just a good-ass clip. I'm sorry. You know, the screaming, "I'm back," we're going to see it a lot. It's just a good-ass clip. So I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mad when I see it, all right? Next one. All right, this one comes from at No Jumper, all right? Look, it's one thing to know who you are and what you are, and that Twitter handle says it all, at No Jumper. So apparently this man plays really well in the paint. He's just not very good at basketball. Let it run. Here we go.
Thank you so much. Can we get a fist bump?
So imagine going to Raising Cane's. Imagine going to Raising Cane's and Snoop Dogg hands you your order to drive through. Snoop is the most random dude ever, right? One of the dopest dudes ever. I've met him a couple times out in L.A. Uncle Snoop, one of the dopest dudes ever. Will always be one of the dopest dudes ever. But Snoop has the most random life ever. You can catch Snoop doing anything, right? Literally, you can catch Snoop. Snoop can be with the Queen of England somewhere chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what Snoop's going to be, right? So make sure you got your cameras handy because we never know what Uncle Snoop's going to be. Great job, Snoop. All right, man. My guy Lamar Jackson gets a little emotional, you know what I'm saying, as he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame and Ring of Fame at the University of Louisville, as he should. The young man did phenomenal things. Let's let that play, man. We got a minute. Let's let that play, man. Let's give him his just due.
Please turn your attention to the east side of the stadium, as it is our great honor to reveal Lamar Jackson's number 8, which will forever overlook Cardinal Stadium. Congratulations, Lamar Jackson!
Yeah.
Go ahead now.
Yeah.
Louisville sure knows how to put on a show.
Yes, they do.
Representing the love, respect, and enduring legacy of number 8. It's Lamar Jackson Day here in Louisville.
That's amazing. All right, now they've had some hellified players, you know what I'm saying, in Louisville. Now, I used to play against Louisville when I was at Southern Miss in the real Conference USA, as I call it, when Louisville was there, Memphis, Tulane, Cincinnati, right, East Carolina, right, TCU was in Conference USA at the time, right. So this is Louisville has put together a hell of a program, and Lamar Jackson, man, he really put it on the map, to be honest. Like, people tend to forget how great he was of a player when he was at Louisville, but Louisville didn't, and that's awesome, man. So shout out to the University of Louisville, shout out to the ACC Network for putting it on and making a big deal out of it, man. That's love right there, man. On to the next. What we got here? Oh, my God. So, NFL Memes, one of my favorite pages. They do a great job. Congratulations to Jamal Adams on tying Vince Wilfork with 3 career interceptions. So, first of all, they ain't had to put my boy Big Vince out there like that, man. Big Vince looked like a water balloon that's too full right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I played against Vince, and, yeah, it's real. But Jamal Adams, you should be ashamed of yourself, man. Right? And this, to me, good people out there, Jamal Adams not being a good defensive back is just like the equivalent of a basketball player not working on free throws and not being able to shoot 50+% from the free throw line. It's the same thing to me. It's the same thing to me, right? You work on your craft. All we do is practice, Johnny. All we do is practice, right? And we practice so that it can be second nature on game day. I want to know how many interceptions has Jamal dropped. That's what I want to know. That's the statistic that I want to see. How many has he dropped since he's been in the NFL, right? But yeah, 3 career interceptions, bro. Shit, I think I had that. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never played no defensive back. I think I had 3 interceptions. Sad, right? Sad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it what it is. Sad. Next clip, man. All right, talk about disrespecting.
There, you see,
talk about disrespecting.
Keenan Allen on the sidelines.
So,
like,
pro
yo, bro,
football,
I hope you're watching.
Right? Justin Jefferson flipped the ball to Keenan Allen. You talk about disrespecting. I ain't got no respect for you, punk. All right? I'm out here shining. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? You supposed to be the man. You supposed to be one of the best receivers in the league. You supposed to be one of the best route runners out here. No, I am. I'm that guy. So he goes over to the sideline after he makes a great catch, and he flips the ball over to him. Lucky he ain't getting unsportsmanlike conduct because the referees didn't see it. But, yeah, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to let them know. Fuck it. Good job, Justin Jefferson. Shout out to the Valley, you know what I'm saying? My boy Chris Paul doing his thug thizzle. Called a nutmeg, you know what I'm saying? When you take it between his legs, Chris Paul, filthy, funky, filthy. So shout out to Keelan Olsen for the clip. Shout out to my Phoenix Suns doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? One of the best records in the NBA right now. Handling business, you know what I'm saying? Super high in the West. We doing our thing. Next clip. Now, there's some wild shit right here, right? First of all, Johnny, you're not supposed to be.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
get you back here.
We're back. All right. So again, first of all, you ain't supposed to be in the stadium with a whistle. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Second of all, don't nobody like referees, man. Right?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that when he threw the flag, the guy didn't get up and beat the shit out of him.
Right. So so he threw the flag at the dude, but still, man, like, don't nobody like refs. So you in the crowd, dressed like a ref, you got a whistle, you got a flag, and you throwing it at people who are consuming alcohol, right? And so what I saw, Dallas is playing Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So this dude gets up and he got on red and black, so he's an Atlanta fan. Are you right, Johnny? You lucky he didn't go over there and beat the shit out of his little fat ass while he playing, throwing flags at people. Come on, man. Like, some people just go too far with the comedy, right? And that'll get your ass whooped. Here we go. Next tweet, man. Now, good people, hold on, Johnny, before you play the clip. If good people out there, if you ain't never seen this dude, all right, go scroll up so we can see. His name is Brendan Clinton, all right, at Mr. Gold 30. Go follow this dude because he is out of line, all right? But it's just funny because as an athlete, if you've been in the film room, now I ain't going to never say it got to this point, but you get talked bad to in the film room now, right? Because ain't nobody there to hear it. They had an incident, Johnny, where I think lately was a kid at a school was videotaping, and I think we talked about it last episode, right?
Texas.
Right, so this kid has his phone in the meeting room, and he's videotaping his coach go on a rant. That's not it.
And the funny thing was, it was the defensive coordinator, and then what happened this week? Texas got beat. They let up 57 points to Kansas.
Yes.
And lost to Kansas. So,
right.
Yeah,
so
it shows you how much they're listening.
Yeah, that's not it, right? So whoever this kid was, and honestly, he was on my team. He lost a scholarship. You can go play ball somewhere else, bro. That's bullshit because it's kind of a secret society. It's an unwritten law that what goes on in that meeting room stays in that meeting room, right? Now, if you get, and trust me when I say, good people, it ain't nothing personal, right? So it ain't nothing personal. Motherfuckers is trying to make sure that you got this shit. Now, when you fuck up, you gonna get, you gonna get talked crazy too. It is what it is, shit. So let it play, man. This dude wild as hell.
All right, 4th and 1, we decide to go for it. All right, we give the handoff to Peters. All right, he calls it up. All right, just can't trust you, son. All right, that's all right. I'll make the adjustments. All right, hey guys, when something like this happens, right, we got to get the guy on the ground. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? All right, but here's what really pisses me off. All right, everybody take a look at Davis. And let me just say this, right? Because this is a teaching moment. Right? I don't put up with that crap. That's not my brand. All right? I'm from the old school.
He got gloves on.
That right there, that's indefensible. All right? You just kind of saw the guy coming, you pissed down your legs, just kind of pulled out of there. Right? I wish your father would have did that. Wouldn't be going over this right now. And take off them damn gloves. You look stupid.
So he does a great job. So nobody can sue him. He does a great job of not calling guys by their name. A clip of an NFL game is as legal as anything that's legal, right? But this dude crosses the line. All right, Johnny, we got to try to get in touch with this dude. I love to have him on the podcast, because I like to see young people do their thing. He's gaining a lot of momentum in social media, man. Crazy. Go on to the next one, Johnny. I know we got a few of these things, man. We had a good weekend of tweets. All right, so Pat McAfee. All right, scroll down just a tad bit. It's from the Pat McAfee show. Shout out to Pat McAfee, one of the funniest dudes ever. It's a damn shame that this tain't a catch. All right, PI ruin and instant classic. So we've heard of the butt fumble, but we ain't never heard of the butt crack catch, though. Right? Yeah, he caught that ball with his gleesh, right? You know what the gleesh is, Johnny? You know what I'm saying? A little area between your asshole and your balls. He caught that ball with his hands and the gleesh. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit of the hamstrings. You know what I'm saying? Look, come on, man.
Oh, man.
Look at that shit. First of all, the focus. The focus, man. You like this, you know what I'm saying? You got your hand, he all distorted, contorted. The focus. Hey, I might just been like, if I'd have been in the ref, so a lot of been like, look, did you see that catch, man? No, fuck that. That's an interception, man. Like, that shit going on Sports Center. We gonna make sure it goes on Sports Center. That's an interception. Fuck that shit. That's beautiful. That was lovely. All right. Next clip. Oh man. So we looked at this trailer on we did a reaction video on the JB and Benny Blue review about this. My brother, right, my big bro Kurt Warner. Shout out to Kurt Warner at Kurt13 Warner. If you don't follow my guy, do. He's a wonderful man, and rightfully so. Yeah, they're making a story about a great man. He went through a lot to get where he's at, and a lot of people I don't think really know. But this movie, from what I understand, the trailer was dope, and so they kind of covered pretty much all bases. And I think that's what Kurt wanted, to make sure that everybody knew his story through and through. So shout out to the underdog, man, American Underdog. Got a host of good actors in there too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Kurt Warner and his wife Brenda. You know what I'm saying? And all they've been through. The wonderful family. So yeah, Christmas Day, man, special, right? Special. Here we go. Next tweet. All right, the Black Adam Schefter, all right, at B1 Act Schefter, all right. So that's black, spelled B1 Act Schefter. Odell Beckham Jr. looking at Matthew Stafford. Yeah, my dad just called. Yeah, he want to talk to you. So, I didn't flinch, Johnny. I didn't flinch not one time when I saw that Odell Beckham went to the Rams. Didn't flinch. I said I told you so, because if you run back to JB and Benny Blue Review, I said it on the podcast. I told Benny, I said, we were talking about destinations for OBJ. I said, watch his ass end up in LA with the Rams. I could see it, right? Because he Hollywood and he want to be out there and be seen and yada, yada, yada. But OBJ ain't the OBJ it used to be no more, right? So I ain't got nothing to worry about. Then, conspiracy theory. He gets there. Robert Woods tears his ACL the next day, right? That boy cursed, man. That boy cursed. He done football-wise. He pretty much had his glory years. Here's what it is. He banged up and going to continue to be banged up. But, I don't think he makes their team. It's not an upgrade. They lost to Shyt Jackson, and they lost a lot. I'm sorry. They could take the top off. They could do so many things underneath because you had to worry about the Shyt Jackson running down the field, right? So –
did you see like watching that game last night? Odell, he's still new, so he's still somewhat learning. He doesn't, know a lot of the terminology yet and everything what they're doing. Okay. So they have Cooper Kupp, and then you have Van Jefferson, and then they have these two, white boys, Ben Skoranek, and I don't know, whatever the hell the other guy is. Both are terrible.
Right.
Just say it. They're terrible, like Charles Barkley would say. They're both awful.
Terrible. They're terrible.
Exactly. they don't have anything. And I think their biggest issue, it's the defense.
Oh.
Because if you get a team that can run the ball, they're done. I'm sorry.
Johnny, you are a wise man, and I'm glad that you're saying these things because people, I was saying it earlier to one of my coworkers, right? I've said this over and over. Run back to JB and Bennett review, and I'm pretty sure I said it on here. The Rams offense is a machine. You take a cog out, replace it with a cog that ain't as new, it don't run that well, right? So the cog that keeps their machine running is number 10. If number 10 don't play well, they don't run the ball very well. They're very mediocre in pass protection. And Stafford he's a solid quarterback, but at the same time, like you just pointed out, Woods was a lifeline for him. Higbee is not, he's probably the number 8 best tight end in the NFL. If top 10, be honest, right?
Yeah.
So, they ain't really got all these, weapons, and everybody makes them out to be. Now, to this defense, front runners. The whole defense is big and bad when they up by 21 points, and they feasting. Yeah, when you got to drop back and throw the ball every goddamn down, and number 99 know it, and number 54 know it, and now number 40 know it. Yeah. And if you throw the ball to number 5, well, you stupid. Because he is the best defensive player in the NFL. Right?
And I think one player that they are missing is a player that was on who they traded to Denver, who, of course, my Eagles saw on Sunday, is Kenny Young.
Yeah.
That guy can play linebacker. He can come down. He can get you.
Right.
He is a very, very good player, and they traded him. So I know they need some salary, stuff like that, but I think they made a mistake.
They got a bunch of mediocre guys. They got a bunch. They got 5 stars on their team. 5 true stars, because Matthew Stafford's a star. He's proven that. Odell Beckham Jr. was a star, still has star potential, right? And I'm pretty sure he's gonna be kind of productive for him going forward, but he still ain't the guy he was. Aaron Donald's a star, if you let him be. Von Miller, a star. He can take over a game when he needs to. And then, of course, Jalen Ramsey, he's the best defensive player in football. I'm sorry. Right, this dude, if you throw the ball number 5 away 3 times, he might pick it twice, right? Or it's going to be a PBU, a pick, and then you might get a catch. Or it's going to be a tackle right where you lay. I don't fear the Rams, right? No fear for the Rams. They're just not it. San Francisco, to be honest, they took advantage of a Rams team that's not very physical. And that's another thing. They're just not a physical football team. They're finesse, right? Yep. Everything they want to do is finesse, quickness, speed, fast. San Francisco said, okay, cool. We're going to bust y'all motherfucking ass. They had the same mentality that Tampa Bay had in the Super Bowl versus KC. During the coin flip, I'm convinced that that Tampa Bay came out and said, yo, we about to kick y'all ass. Now, if y'all want to be a part of this shit, you feel free to stay. But just know, we about to whoop y'all ass. And that's kind of how San Francisco came out last night. It just was what it was. The mentality was whoop your motherfucking ass.
Exactly.
All right, so let's pay some bills. Let my man Johnny, you do his thing. And then we'll be back and talk a little NFL week 10 and going forward in week 11. All right, Johnny, you do your thing.
All right, so we're going to pay some bills here. We have – pull it up and then – be able to get it all done. So I'll start here with AETsportsnetwork.com/shop. Get a lot of good gear on there, a lot of fun stuff. The holidays are coming, so just take a look at that. And if you have any ideas or anything like that, just always hit any one of us up, message us, DM us, and we'll see if we can get something set up that you want to see. Manscaped.com is partnered with AET Birds. Use the code AET Birds for 20% off and free shipping at checkout. La Terrain luxury watches. Use the code AET Birds at checkout for 10% off. We have Statement Games, a fun free twist on fantasy sports. And then we also have funkbrewing.com. They have a lot of great beers. They ship them all over the country. So if you see something on there that you like, you can get something ordered there. And then All About the Birds is expanding. Please follow the new AET Sports Network on Twitter at AET Sports _. Sports is what we're all about. And then we also have a new partnership coming up. It's we'll be revealing that in probably a matter of days, a couple of days. So keep an eye out for that as well. But I will enter JB back in here, and then we can start going on the picks of the week.
Yeah. So let's get our scores back up, Johnny. I think we forgot to do it last week when we had Lecky on. The show kind of ran a little long. Hey, shout out to Nick Lecky, our guest last week as well. My brother, what I'm saying, little bro all day. So let's talk about recapping scores, where we at in this whole pick rat race, so on and so forth.
All righty. So last week, I didn't count the tie because it just jumbles everything up. All these different things. So it just basically, it's going to be 13 games. The tie just doesn't count. It just, the game's gone. So you were the leader. You were 8-5 last week. Jeff and I were 7-6, and Chip fell behind, and he was last at 4-9.
Damn.
For some reason, he tried to pick some upsets, which didn't make sense, and he was in the lead by a good number of games. So, so be it. He did do that. So the season standings are Chip's in first still, 96-53. I'm in second place, 94-55. You and Jeff are tied for third at 92-58. So not very far off. We're all still jumbled up in there. It's going to come down to the end.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get it going. Hold on.
Oh, and also Nick was 6-7 last week.
Cool. All right, Leck, you hear that? Hope listen to the show. All right, here we go. Week 11 in the NFL, man. Starts off Thursday night as always, November 18th. We got the Pats playing the Falcons. The recap of Super Bowl 49?
51.
51, okay, yeah.
Before the Eagles, 52. So
right,
51.
so Super Bowl 51, which the Patriots came back from a 28-point deficit?
28-3, I think.
23-point deficit, all right?
How many references are we going to get from Thursday night of that game? And that
score?
I
think they already, they were talking to Hightower. I was watching someone on ESPN earlier, and they were asking questions about the game and all that. So they love doing that dumb shit. Nobody cares. That shit was damn near 4 years ago, 5 maybe. You know what I'm saying? So who cares, all right? They play in the big Maybach, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta. Of course, Thursday Night Football. Check it out. I mean, what about you, Johnny? I know I'm going. Who you picking?
I'm going New England.
Yeah, same here. And I don't really think there's much to talk about. It's just like
they're starting to hit their stride. They're hitting their stride. They're getting comfortable, like always says.
Like I said, all right. If you watch the JB and Benny review and you run this podcast back, I said it. Midway through the season, New England is going to become a snowball rolling downhill, right? Mac Jones is going to have the best NFL career of any quarterback in his class because they're going to protect him. They're going to make sure that the offense is friendly to him. The guy can throw the football. You know what I'm saying? He's not a slouch, right? So let's stop trying to play like he's that, the kid played at Alabama. He waited 2 years to be, the man. He came in, been the man. The kid is going to be okay. All right, next game. Let's start off our Sunday. We got the Colts headed to the Mafia, the Bills Mafia. Buffalo, New York, all right? We got Colts and Bills. Who you got?
I'm going to go Buffalo here. The Colts have played better in recent weeks, but again, they're playing the Jaguars. They're playing teams that aren't very good. And the Bills are going to, Bills are at home in that game, correct?
Yes, they are.
So Bills at home, I'm going Bills. I think Josh Allen, they're starting to get their ship rolling. So
Right. They just got to be more consistent on defense. I'm going to roll with the Bills as well. The line in Vegas is 7 for both the Patriots, Falcons, and the Colts Bills games. We got Ravens heading into Chi-Town. Say word to Dollar Bill from Players Club. Talking about Lamar Jackson earlier. He's taking his Ravens into Chicago. Baltimore is a 6-point favorite. Johnny, you, what say you?
I think it was a tough game for Baltimore. They weren't able to go, get much of anything going. I think they're going to be able to get this win against Chicago, but I was very surprised to see all the cover zero that Miami was playing and the type of coverages and type of defense that they were playing for Lamar. Does Chicago do that? I don't know, but I still think that Chicago just isn't as good.
No, I understand. The one thing that they did over there in Miami is they took LaFleur, but what's his name?
Flores.
Flores. So Flores took a page out of Belichick's defensive book, played a lot of zero, but what he did was he muddied up the middle, right? So Lamar couldn't run, right? He couldn't get out and run like he wanted to because his escape routes were all jammed up. So, I don't think the Bears are that smart, and I don't think they're that good. I think the Ravens bounce back. I'm with you on that. So we got the Lions, the 0-8-1 Lions, heading to the Browns that are the beat down Browns. All right. Got 10. Cleveland is a 10-point favorite. What you got, Johnny?
I want to pick Detroit here, but even if Baker doesn't play, I just feel that, they gave everything last week, and I think Cleveland defensively is better than Pittsburgh, so I think they're going to be able to score just enough points to beat Detroit.
I'm going with the damn Lions, all right? I just think that they're going to play harder to the end. All right, if Baker plays, he's going to turn the ball over. If he don't play, they're going to turn the ball over, okay? So I just feel like the Lions are due for one. They're playing so hard. Bro, they're playing so hard, taking people down to the wire. I think they're due for one, and I believe they get it this Sunday. All right, we got the Texans heading to the Tighten Up Titans, going to Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Cashville, Tennessee. Shout out to Young Buck, you know what I'm saying? Tennessee is a 10.5-point favorite, and rightfully so. So who you got, Johnny?
I think Houston's not very good, and I think Tennessee, even without Derrick Henry, I still think that they have enough to be able to put them over the top. And they're beating a lot of the good top AFC teams right now, so they're in the driver's seat. They keep winning. They're in the driver's seat for that number 1 seed.
Without a doubt. I totally agree. Bully ball, right? They're going to continue to play bully ball, play sound defense, play good special teams. They get the win. Packers going to the Vikings, a big NFC North battle. Now, this one ain't going to be as easy as people think it is. Green Bay is only favored by 2.5 points. The Vikings at home versus the Green Bay Packers. Who you got, Johnny?
This game is tough because also look at Green Bay. They lost Rashawn Gary was hurt, and then also Whitney Merciless is out for the year.
And then the running back just got hurt too.
Aaron Jones is going to be out a couple weeks. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to side with Green Bay, but it's going to be like a game-winning field goal type of game.
I'm going with the Vikings. All right, I just feel like they're going to get it. All right, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to make a couple critical mistakes. Aaron Jones being out is big for them. Make no mistake. Now I know that, and they're going to try to come with the same formula they came with against us. And run the ball, right? They're going to run with the other cats. I think the Vikings are I just think they're going to be built for it. I think Zimmer put together, what's the coach's name? Is it Zimmer?
Yeah, with Minnesota, Mike Zimmer.
Yeah, so Zimmer puts together a defensive game plan, moving that defensive line around a little bit, rocking and reeling them. And I think they end up getting the win, man. So Dolphins are heading into the Jets to the Meadowlands to face the Jets. Who they thought they had a good quarterback in White, and he threw 4 interceptions, so now they're back on the other kid. Whatever. Dolphins headed to New York, you know what I'm saying, to a chilly New York. Favored by 3 points. Who you got, Johnny?
I'm going to go Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Tua's going to start. I know they had a real emotional, real big win against Baltimore. I think they have a letdown game.
Letdown game. I got my money on Flores, not the Dolphins. I got my money on Flores, right? As far as preparation, right? He's gonna have them ready to win. I think he mentally makes them move on, and I think they come in and they get the win versus Jets. The Jets are not very good right now, right? Of course, we understand the circumstance. All right, so next game, we got the Saints rolling into Philly, South Philly, that is. I know you can't answer this because you're going to talk about it on your pregame show, but I can. And with that being said, I'm going with the damn Eagles again. All right, I'm rolling with the Eagles again. I picked the Eagles to beat the Broncos, and I'm picking them to beat the Saints. I think that Phillies, they're finding it, right? I ain't say they found it, but they're finding it. They're finding their rhythm. They're finding their identity, right? The defense is starting to play better. Sound defense, right? Gap defense, old school gap defense, right? And I think they're going to end up getting the win. All right? I just don't think that the Saints are very good behind center with Jameis being gone. I feel like the Eagles are going to get another win here. And they're even favored by 1.5, right? All right, we got Riverboat Ron returning to his former employer, the Cat Scratch Fever Panthers, who are on my chest, right? Carolina's favored by 3.5. Chase Young just went out with an ACL tear, out for the rest of the year. Godspeed on that recovery, young man. Johnny, what say you? Washington football team going to the Cat Scratch Fever Panthers.
Yeah, Chase Young being out is big. Montez Sweat has a broken jaw. He was out last week. He's out a few weeks. So their pass rush is pretty thin, and that was a big question mark. And Cam Newton's going to be starting, and the amount of motion he's going to have. It's going to be. I know Ron Rivera coming back. There's going to be a lot there. I just think Carolina defensively and offensively, I think they have enough to beat Washington. I think Washington beat Tampa. I understand that, but I don't think Washington's that good.
No. Tampa has a way of stinking it up, right? They're kind of, they do that every once in a while. They'll literally shit the bed, right? So, I'm going with the Panthers as well. We got the 49ers, who just came off a wonderful win on Monday Night Football versus the LA Rams, going into Jacksonville, all right? 6.5 point favorites. Johnny, what say you? 49ers, Jags.
I think the 49ers will just be way too much for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right. I think they found their stride. I think that they're going to continue to roll that horse of running the ball, find different ways to get Deebo Samuels the ball, and, they're going to continue to have a little success going forward. Bengals, the 5-4 Bengals on the way to Vegas to face the 5-4 Raiders. Cincinnati's a 1-point favorite. What you got?
This was a tough one, but I think the Raiders will get it done. I just think the Bengals defense is struggling, and I think that the Vegas Raiders will get it going. I think they'll have a better game plan. I think they'll be able to utilize Deshaun Jackson a little more than they did last week.
Understood. Bengals get the win. I'm saying Joe Burrow is going to outdo Derek Carr, and he's going to utilize his weapons a little better. I think the Bengals defense will do just enough. And I feel like the Bengals offense is going to shine, all right, because that Raiders defense got some holes in it. All right, so big time game coming up now. NFC versus AFC. Some people are saying, "Oh, this could be a Super Bowl." No, sorry, Cowboys fans. So Cowboys headed to the motherfucking Chiefs' kingdom. All right, this is going to be a 225 game. Kansas City is favored by 2.5. All right, who you got?
I think. The big thing is to watch if Tyron Smith plays left tackle for the Cowboys, because the pass rush for Kansas City, Melvin Ingram's there learning the system. You have Frank Clark, Chris Jones, and then Mahomes has been playing well. And I'm sorry, but Trayvon Diggs may have a lot of interceptions, but I don't think he's that great. Giving up almost over 500 receiving yards already. I think Kansas City lights the scoreboard up. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think the game is going to be a little high scoring, but I think Kansas City pulls away. I
agree wholeheartedly. I think the Chiefs are heating up. They're going to try to put Diggs on Tariq Hill, and that ain't going to never work out, right? So I got the Chiefs as well. We got my boys, the Bird game, the BG flying into the greater Northwest to face the Seattle Seahawks. All right, Russell Wilson's second game back from his little finger incident. What say, Johnny?
I think you think Kyler's going to play this week?
Yeah,
because
I honestly thought he could have played last week, to be real. Right, so yeah.
To me, I think Seattle just is not a good football team, even with Russell Wilson. Their offensive line's not good. They don't really have a running game. I think Arizona has enough to win this game.
I think whether Kyler plays or not, I think that they're going to learn from the game that we just lost this past Sunday. They're going to really look at that film very hard, and they're going to tighten up and get back to playing the football we used to playing. All right, we looked completely out of sync on Sunday. It was weird to watch. I kept telling my partner I was there with, man, like I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. I don't know what I'm watching right now. But we're going to get back on track, whether Kyler's there or not. I hope Cliff learns that we need to lean on the run game no matter what, right? We need to lean on the run game, all right? Chargers, well, I apologize. The 5-3-1 Steelers are on the way to L.A. To the Chargers, who are playing in the rented SoFi Stadium, all right? L.A. is a 5-point favorite. What you got?
So the interesting thing today was that I know Joey Bosa and I think another defensive lineman, were both put on the COVID list, which is pretty big because that's their pass rush. But Steelers just aren't very good, and I think LA has enough, offensively, and has enough to beat Pittsburgh.
I totally understand. What's going on with Watt? I know X-rays came back negative, but he's banged up.
Yeah, so it's nothing major. They said no major, doesn't need surgery or anything, but he's one to watch because he may not play. That's the big thing. So that's another pass rusher on that side. Then possibly.
There you go. So I'm gonna roll with the Chargers as well. To be completely honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Steelers won this game. But based on a lot of the things statistically, like you said, analytically, I think that the Chargers will get it done. Monday Night Football, the G-Men, the 3-6 G-Men versus the 6-3 Bucks, who got that ass bucked last Sunday. And it's going to be our Monday Night Football game. So what are you thinking on this one?
I think it's going to be a primetime giant ass whooping. So
yeah, you know how Brady do after a loss like that. He ain't smiled shit. He probably went home frowning. You know what I'm saying? Giselle was like, "Hey, you gotta get the fuck out of here with that weak shit." You know what I'm saying? He went home frowning. You know what I'm saying? The kids and shit. He throwing balls at the kids and shit, cussing them out. You know how Brady do, right? So he gonna come back with something to prove. Bruce is not about to have that shit 2 weeks in a row. And yeah, you're right. The Bucks get it done. All right. So with that being said, there is no Boiling Bridges today. We are going to have a bye week next week. All right. We're going to come back in 2 weeks and continue the NFL season. If you got things you want to holler at me about, hit me up on my email address, jeremy.bridges7337 @ Mail. Ideas, hate mail, love mail, whatever. All right. Holler at me. Let me know you got things you want us to talk about. Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? You got tweets you want to send us that you think are worthy to be on, you know what I'm saying, JB's tweets of the weekend, without a doubt. You got top plays you want to put in there. You know what I'm saying? Me and Johnny do look at these things, and this is how we find the plays. Now, Johnny is usually solely responsible for the top plays of the week. But if you got something that's going to shine, we love it, right? No matter what sport, to be completely honest with you, right? No matter what sport. If it's awesome, it's awesome. Of course, you know, we're very partial to football, but if it's awesome, it's awesome. So with that being said, Johnny, appreciate everything you do. Holler at us on Twitter, man, at Johnny U. You see it right there, at Johnny U9322. Holler at me at you know me BIG. That's the letter UKNOME BIG. Holler at us at AAT Sports _ that's the All About the Birds and all athletic television sports network. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We talk about sports. That's what we do. All right. So with that being said, you guys enjoy the weekend. We will be back after Thanksgiving, right?
Yep.
That's what it is. So happy Thanksgiving to all. Hope you have a good time with your family, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? You got a specialty. You cooking anything? What you cooking?
We're not cooking, but we're bringing a couple things to my sister-in-law's. So,
okay.
We don't have to do the cooking. They're doing the turkey and all that. We just bring in some sweets and some mashed potatoes and stuff.
Good,
like that.
good. Outstanding. I'm going to go over to some friends' house, you know what I'm saying, and kick it. I might whip up a little salmon, you know what I'm saying. I do a mean little salmon, you know what I'm saying. Might whip that up. Might whip up some mac and cheese. But other than that, man, happy Thanksgiving from the Burning Bridges podcast. Everybody at All About the Birds and the AAT Sports Network. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that showed up, that's been here. Everybody popping in and out. We love y'all. Go back and run this back, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. And check us out on Twitter, Facebook, you know what I'm saying, all that. We holler back. So, Johnny, I'm going to holler at you, bud. All right.
And we also We also have, though, at the end of this, we have Chip's new Manscaped commercial to lead us into the end of the broadcast.
Okay, yeah, I'm anxious to see that. Let me see what we got going on.
It's some holiday jingle. So with that, we'll say goodbye to everybody. And here is a commercial about your testicles.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. The season of giving is upon us, and Manscaped is getting into the holiday spirit. Go to manscaped.com and use the code AATBirds for 20% off and free shipping on all your holiday gifties. To help get you into the spirit, we rewrote some of your favorite holiday songs to remind you of all their great products. Shave your balls with gifts from Manscaped. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be smoother. Fa la 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 la. Buy some gifts today from manscaped.com. 2 free gifts for you from manscaped.com. Grooming around your Christmas tree with the Lawnmower 4.0. Your jingle balls need some fresh grooming, and it's the only way to go. Smoother balls. Smoother balls. Use Manscaped Crop Exfoliator. Grandpa needs to trim his ears and nose hairs, 'cause he can't hear or smell us anymore. You can say he could just use a razor, but the Weed Whacker 2 is the way to go. For the Jewish friends in your life, Manscaped, 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 shave your balls today, and when they're dry and ready, a smooth menorah you can play. I got Manscaped's brand new body wash. Used it on my mistletoe last night. Also used the 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner just for fun. I washed and scrubbed everywhere. Now the smell's improved a ton. Put in your order at manscaped.com today and have a great gift to give this holiday season. Use the code AATBirds at checkout for 20% and free shipping. That's AATBirds at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Have a holly jolly ball a day this winter with Manscaped.